Alrighty. Alrighty. Let me start off by saying I'm going to need you to bear with me because tarotwittay's allergies are trying to attack. Okay, so if I have to mute the mic, if I need to pause to blow my nose or to just breathe or just go have a sneeze attack, I'm going to do that. I thought about going live with you guys, but because of the allergies, I'm like, nah. Y'all ain't finna catch me with a snot rocket on live. No, not today. So get comfy and get ready to choose your group, 1 out of 3. We're going to be talking about, as you can see in the title, what lasting impression do you leave on people? What lasting impression do you leave on people? This is most particularly regarding your current life in the current chapter that you're currently in. Well, I kind of want the B in there, so you know what? Let's leave it. And so new people that you have met as of recently or currently, or people that are in your world, in your vicinity, experiencing you currently. Okay. Let me go ahead and get timestamps prepared and we shall proceed. There will be 3 groups, and what I'm going to do is be sure that the thumbnail is clear and crisp so that you can see your group selection options there on the thumbnail, so that I don't have to hold up the phone screen or do any of that extra stuff, because YouTube doesn't allow me to just put a live photo up there, which would be really cool. Maybe we're moving in that direction, but let's go ahead and pause, meditate, and get ready for the groups. Check the timestamps down below because I feel myself needing a moment. Group number 1. What lasting impression do you leave behind? And what leaves people wanting more? We're going to break this down into 3 sections to describe your overall vibe when you're around. And then what are people left thinking or considering once you leave? And then what do people look forward to when they see you again? Group number 1, let's go ahead and get it. The overall vibe when you're around for my group 1s. The overall vibe when you're around for my group 1s. Okay, so group number 1. So overall vibe when you're around. For whatever reason, you have this power, this influence of mischief. When you're around, people are feeling a bit cheeky. They're feeling like they want to say something that they've always wanted to say, but never really would. Okay, 111 on the clock. Oh, and it just turned to 112. Okay, so that's very significant. The overall vibe when you're around is you make people want to do things that they've maybe always wanted to do, but they're scared to do. There's temptation here, whether it be to go poke the bear, or whether it be to smoke this or drink that or do this or do that or have this, or just throw caution to the wind, have a good time, play some tricks, play some jokes, poke fun, laugh, things of that nature. Okay, so what are people left thinking or considering once my group number ones leave? What are people left thinking or considering once you leave? Interesting. Okay, they're like looking at themselves like, hold on, what was that? Like, that wasn't like me. Okay, hold on. Okay, but yeah, they're like, wait, yo, that wasn't like me. Like they're reflecting, and they're like, that wasn't me. That wasn't like me. They're like laughing at themselves, like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that, or like, yo, you're wild AF. So what they're left thinking or considering once you leave is how much you had them out of their element, or like how much you had them, for some reason I'm picking up on like how much you had them like tweaking or blushing, or how much you had them giggling, or how much you had them something. I just got a notification from my gym about a holiday break, and talking about January 1st. So those could be relevant signs, symbols, synchronicities that I just felt like I wanted to mention to you guys. Also, you could be seeing repeating 33 specifically. 3-3 and 3-3, like 3-3 as in 6, or 3-3 as in 33. Okay. Tweaking. Okay, what are people left thinking or considering once you leave? They're like, yo, I was tweaking. Like, why would I do that? Why would I say that? Why would I think that? Why would I wear that? Or this could be them talking about you if you are the one that's being unhinged, or they thought that you were tweaking. They're like, yo, why would they say that? Why would they think that? But it's being looked upon with like laughter, joy, abundance, like fun. And which leads me straight into my next point. What do they look forward to when they see you again? That lets me know that you definitely have this air of fun, joy, camaraderie, friendliness, welcoming energy to you, where people definitely get excited to see you. You are somehow the life of the party. Okay. And definitely kudos to you for bringing out parts of people that they never get to see, okay? Or parts of themselves that they never knew existed, okay? And what do they look forward to when they see you again? Just interacting with you, chatting with you, talking with you, experiencing you, catching up with you is something that they also look forward to when they get to see you again. And either showing you love or flirting with you or just admiring you. Because I do feel here that there is this sense of silent admiration. Like when you're talking, they're just like looking at you, like just kind of smiling, like, wow, like look at you go. And at the bottom of the deck is the Emperor. So that's tying this all together. What lasting impression do you leave behind, and what leaves people wanting more? You leave an incredibly strong impression on people. The type that makes them lose control or act out of character, or just break them out of a comfort zone that they've been in for a long time. Also, you yourself, you come across as a main character. This is how they view you. This is how they see you. This is how they experience you, is you are absolutely your own type of person. Excuse me. And there's some sort of, again, admiration and respect here because of the courage or the time, effort, energy that it takes to grow into this type of individual, to nurture yourself into this type of energy. And especially to be as adventurous or wild or outspoken or silly as you may seem. There's a deep appreciation and admiration for who you fight to be on the daily, or who you maybe have had to fight to be in the past to be who you are today. But there's just something here about admiration and respect over time, because the more that is seen about you, the more that is revealed about you, the better you seem to be, the better you become to people. I'm also getting here too, if people ever had like a one-off like energy about you, like, or they were thrown off, or they didn't, or maybe they misjudged you, there's this energy here where people want to try again. They want to get to know you again. They want to free themselves of their preconceived notions or ideas of you, and maybe see the reality and the truth of you. Because especially the energy that you come forward with, you could come across as a very strong-willed, loud and or boisterous or opinionated type of person, or even just bold. If you are meek in that, there's still some boldness here that can be misinterpreted, misunderstood, misjudged, whatever you want to call it, by people. But once they remove their expectations and preconceived notions and experience it for themselves, that's when they're like, okay, let me take a step back and maybe try this again. You definitely do bring up considerations within people, and a point where they look at themselves to see if this is how they want to be remembered, or to see if this is how they want to move forward, or to test if something is true. What else to add here? Too much. Yeah, new beginning, turning point, obsessed. I'm telling you. Okay, so people that were like turned off at first, they could very easily become very interested in you quickly. Or even if, no, that's not true. Hold on. Actually, it doesn't matter how they felt in the beginning, whether they loved you, hated you, or questioned you, they can grow to love you very quickly, okay? But people have strong opinions of you. Yes, look, and as I say, that uncertainty comes out here. So it's like people are definitely uncertain of you. Like they're very unsure of where things are going with you. You're very unpredictable. There's like this, like, do I need to like clutch my pearls? Like, do I need to protect myself? Or is this just like lighthearted, good times, fun? Like, there's something about you that's like hard to read. Like maybe you have a sense of humor where it's like, it's not directly funny. You have to kind of like think a little bit, or you have to like, I don't know, there's just something here where you could be misinterpreted, misunderstood, and it takes a particular type of mind, individual, or brain to understand you. Okay. And you have Dharma. If you are familiar with this channel, then you already know that Tay loves this yogic path deck. And I never even try to just channel straight from the card, because the explanation is worth reading every single time. So let's find it. And I will let you be on your way, darling. Dharma is on page 19. 19, your highest purpose. Congratulations. You are on the path to fulfilling your highest purpose. You have recently unraveled deeper insight into why you were put here on this planet and are ready to share your gifts in a bigger way. You have realized that the obstacles you have faced were given to you for a reason and have provided you with the strength you need to show up as your highest self. The universe is ready for you to rise up to your Dharma role to uplift the vibration of this entire planet. Continue to listen to the whispers of your soul. Your energy is dominant. You demand this space, you demand energy, you demand attention. Whether this be as soon as you walk into the space, or as soon as you say something, as soon as you do something, as soon as you stand up, as soon as you sit down, as soon as you order, as soon as you request, as soon as you talk, as soon as you whatever. There's something about you that is strong, perceived as strong-willed, an intellectual, intelligent, wild, young, free, all of the above, some of the above, or some sort of compilation of things aforementioned here. But again, major emphasis on some sort of energy within you that you've had to either fight for who you are, or you fight every day to be strong enough to be who you are, because it is bold being you, and not everyone has the courage that it takes to be bold, to say what you say, to do what you do, to be vulnerable in the way that you are. 123 lets me know that you, my friend, have a way of inspiring people. Okay, this is all that I have for you. Group number 1. I need to go take a little nostril break, and I'm going to talk to group number 2 in a second. My allergies will not win. All right. Now we're kicking it with group number 2. Let's kick it with group number 2. Group number 2, I'm talking to you. If you skip the intro, just know that Tay's allergies are trying to beat her up, but I'm a tough component, baby. Opponent, baby, is what I meant to say. Now, if I have to pause and go blow my nose or do something to my nose, I will mute it and we will proceed. But let's go ahead and get into the reading. We are talking about what lasting impression do you leave behind? What leaves people wanting more? We're going to dive into this by discovering the overall vibe when you're around, what people are left thinking or considering once you leave, and what do people look forward to when they see you again? What's the tea? What's the tea? Group number 2, what lasting impression do you leave behind? Let's start with the overall vibe when you're around. Group number 2, the overall vibe when group number 2 is around. The overall vibe when group number 2 is around. The overall vibe when group number 2 is around. Okay, so the overall vibe when you're around. Either you are small in stature, or there is something about your energy that just vibrates. You're very chill. This is my very chill group, especially for the strength card to come out here. And it's like this half lion energy. Lions don't do too much, period, in life. They just don't do too much. You've got an active imagination, so you will interject certain bold, brash, or rare comments, or you'll just interject with little things that you say and you let that be that. Yeah. So you just, your energy, your overall, your overall vibe when you're around, really chill, cool, calm, and collected. Like, you could be someone who's like either a few words, like you're just a person, a few words, or you're always doing something, you're always busy. And again, if you missed the intro, this is intended to be the viewpoint and perspective of people around you as of now, like currently in your life, new people or people that you just interact with. Okay. You're a calming presence. There's nothing bad to say here, but I just really feel like this group here, your overall vibe when you're around is that you only speak when talked to, or you only say what's necessary. You ain't really with all the extra. Okay, let's see here. What are people left thinking or considering once you leave? What are people left thinking or considering once you leave? They like you. You're solid, you're stable, you're a likable person, you're a good person. If you are like a lawyer, they're like, that's the one I want to hire. If you are dating their daughter or their son, they're like, I like this person for my child. If you've recently been to an interview, they're like, I like them. I want that to be my employee. You are so comfortable and confident, rightfully so, in your own energy that you make other people feel comforted, welcomed, and able to do the same or be themselves. I feel like there's something about you that is calm, quiet, cool, collected, something like that, that makes other people feel comfortable and confident enough to be like that too, because that's their comfort zone as well. But for some reason, they were trying to pull themselves out of that comfort zone, thinking that it was wrong or it's something to be changed. You make people feel comfortable and confident. Like when you walk out of the room, like I'm kind of getting this vibe where it's like, that person was comfortable wearing their hair like that. I should be able to be comfortable like that too. That person was comfortable with not forcing conversation. I should be comfortable to not force conversations too. What do people look forward to when they see you again? What do people look forward to when they see you again? Your opinion, your advice, something about your gestures. Or like, okay, so you may make like funny faces, or you have like, there's something that you're known for, whether you know this or not, that people like to be around you for. Like, because you're funny, or because you get the party started, or because you start singing, or because you start dancing, or because you start doing this. For those of you that it resonates, because you're the one who's spending the coins, you're the one who's spending the cash, you're the one that's spending the money, you're the one that's doing the big things. You're the one that's keeping it balanced. You're the one that's making everything work. These allergies trying to take me out. Ah, my gosh, please free me. Okay, anyways. Back to what I was saying. You're the one who's there balancing the energy. You're the one who's making things work. You're the one who makes things feel good. You bring something valuable to the friend group, to the table, to your relationships. And people are really down with that. They really like that. People really like you because you leave the lasting impression that people can still be trusted. What leaves people wanting more is that there's trust here. They can trust you. But again, there's still like that fiery, I'm paying attention, interjection kind of energy here, especially with Aries popping out here. That makes it very clear to me that you're not boring, babes. Just because you might not talk a lot, or you don't do too much, you don't do the most, your mouth, you be firing off. You're the one with the comments that make people laugh. Or you have a talent or a skill, or you get something going. I'm telling you, like, you got something. I don't know what it is. Look at this. And then we have quiets, meditation coming out here. This is what I'm saying. You don't have to do a lot to be loved. Group number 2. That's the lasting impression that you leave on people, and what leaves people wanting more is that you are living proof that you don't have to do the most to be loved. There's something here too about like you just being naturally cool, or things naturally coming to you. Naturally. Something is natural, something like that. And you have Shiva coming out here. I'm going to read this, because if you are no stranger to Tarotwittay, then you know that this Yogic Path Oracle deck has a special place in my heart. And I feel that every single card pulled deserves to be read from the book, because nobody can do it like them. Nobody. 1, 2, 3 is a page. 1, 2, 3 is the page. And 1, 2, 3 is the page. And 1, 2, 3 was a significant number in group number 1. So just a little side message for anyone that felt guided to that group. Shiva reads, God of destruction and rebirth. You are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adiyogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they too can become liberated. What did I say? I pulled this card after everything that I just said. And what does it say? That you go from doing everything to nothing, as Shiva was doing all the motions to stillness, and people thought him mad. So you may not be paying attention, you may be checked out, you may be doing your work, but then you interject with a funny comment, or you do this, or you say this. You have this spontaneous nature about you that balances out your silence or your quietness perfectly and makes people want to be more like this too, instead of trying to fill the gaps or do what they feel is necessary, but not necessarily natural. Something about you, the impression that you leave is do what feels natural. And I'm being brought to honey, like honey from bees. And actually, you have Mercury here. Bees. You have some way of teaching people about the sweetness of life in your quietness, in your stillness, and in your action. Okay, that's all that I have for my group number 2's a baby. I need a nose break, and I'll be right back. I was so motherfucking determined. I was so motherfucking, oh. I was so motherfucking determined to get this video out for y'all. Like, I really wanted to record, but my allergies are like, haha, lol, not if I make you sneeze every 16 seconds, you bitch. I don't care how many antihistamines that you pop. I don't care about what you think you're going to do to try to hinder these allergies. You won't. But I'm gonna work anyways. So shout out to you if you appreciate me for working through it, because yes, there are several pauses in here, but hey, we gonna get through it. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Group number 3. Group number 3, I'm talking to you, baby. Group number 3, we're getting into this reading to find out what lasting impression do you leave behind? What leaves people wanting more? And if you skip the intro, then you wouldn't know that Tay's allergies are trying to beat her up, and they are almost winning. So if I have to pause, if I have to wipe my nose, if it starts running, if you see something, no, you don't. Mind your business and just be glad that we're here. All right, let's get it. We're talking about what lasting impression do you leave on people and what leaves people wanting more. Let's get into it by talking about your overall vibe when you're around, and then we'll follow up with what people are left thinking, considering once you leave, and then what do people look forward to when they see you again. So your overall vibe when you're around. Your overall vibe when you're around. Okay, something to consider, I see. Okay. Okay, so you lead with something to consider. Overall vibe when my group number 3s are around. Overall vibe when my group number 3s are around. You are the grounding one. Overall vibe when you are around. Why am I picking up on, like, a lack of clarity? What's going on here? Overall vibe when you are around. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Very mixed reviews here, huh? There's more that love you than there are that hate you, first. There's like comparison here where people are feeling inadequate. There's questioning of reality. Yeah, your energy is intoxicating. Overall vibe when you're around. You've got a lot of energy, like just spiritually speaking, you've got a strength, a power, and a presence to you that does a lot to people subconsciously, where they literally either love or hate you. This group here is specifically in a situation where you came in your best self, your strongest self, and felt judged or felt like someone purposely tried to knock you down a peg. This is referring to that type of situation. The overall vibe when you're around, it's more so your strength that is intimidating than anything. Let's sit with that. Nose break. I guess there always had to be one, huh? Yeah, it's like this vibe here. The overall vibe when you're around, this feels like either you're straight up bragging or they're just straight up comparing themselves to everything that you do, or they make everything that you say or do sound or look like bragging. Because, like, the energy, the vibes are good here. Like, we've got the Emperor, someone fully in their power, the Ten of Pentacles, someone who's comfortable and confident in who they are, excuse me, and what they believe in and their standards and their moral compass. Like, it's all there, but then the Five of Cups follows. What could this also be a reflection of? If you're like a strong, independent type of individual who carries themselves well, there's scarring and triggering responses in regards to this. And hey, I mean, for this to come up in a reading like this for you, it must really mean something. It really holds weight. Your power, your essence, your energy really does have an influence, have an effect. The overall vibe when you're around, you're in good spirits, good energy. You're great. but there may be some haterations more often when it comes to you and your vibe and your energy. But there's nothing you can do about it, nor should you even worry about it. But I think that this is coming through as confirmation for you that if you felt this way as of lately, especially recently, you came in as your full self and maybe felt like someone tried to dim your light, asked you to dim your light, or something of the sorts. Now, we're diving into what are people left thinking or considering once you leave. Nose, please. Please, nose. What are people left thinking or considering once you leave? Yeah. So this just feels like a sense of loss. This is such a stark turnaround from the other two piles. I'm just like, okay. What are people left thinking or considering once you leave? They're trying to heal themselves, mend their ego, and that looks a lot different to some people. For some people, that looks like them being honest with themselves and saying, hey, you need to address this shadow within yourself. While for other people, it looks like them insulting you in their mind, or talking about you to someone around them. Their way of dealing with it looks like whatever, but that's what people are left thinking or considering once you leave, is basically how to mend, help, or heal themselves from whatever wound that they allowed themselves to receive just from your presence, your existence. This is absolutely insane, but also it's facts though. Yeah, and just now the Empress just popped out here, so it's like, yeah, and the Three of Cups, like, it's all there, or you're like a triple threat. I don't know why I was about to say something about like a triple dipper, so chilies could be relevant. The Magician, Four of Swords. But again, like I was saying, it's like, it's normal, it's natural, you know, like sometimes you see someone or something and you're like, dang, I want that. Yeah, exactly. The devil comes out here. What do people look forward to when they see you again? It's like they like the show and tell, they like the showing off, they like that you seem bigger than them or larger than life, or that you seem more fun. Exactly. The Four of Cups reverse, you take their boredom away, you give them like joy, you give them fun. Six of Cups, you give them good memories, things to look back on. Six of Wands, you just fucking shine bright like a diamond. Dead eye, bro. So what lasting impression do you leave behind? What leaves people wanting more? It's like, what lasting impression you leave behind is like, damn, Groot number 3 is fucking amazing and perfect, and I'm not. I'm so sorry, guys. But this is how the message is coming through. This is like a very specific feeling from someone or people that have recently experienced you, especially you in your light. I'm over here being nosy. And hopefully they not being nosy looking at me. Let's see. One more. Thank you. Yeah. Uranus, Leo. Like, you're a rare light, a rare energy. Like, I would say that you shine abnormally bright. So that would cause very strong responses to your light, to your energy. I can't lie. I can't yai. I can't even yai. You know? What else? What else can we add here? What else can we add here? I can't even yai. See, but then we have hope. go to the orphanage and give a child a gift is what it says. But to me, this feels like literally, if they look at it from a positive scope, whatever light that they see in you is something that they can to achieve and or reach themselves in their own way as an individual. Okay. So it's like at the same time, like you're freeing them at the same time, but it can definitely be muddled by some shadows. Sorry, group number 3, man. Like this reading was almost like super positive all the way around. But you know, this reading does ground life. You know, it really grounds you into the true reality of life. And we have Manipura. I'm going to read this straight from the Yogic Path Oracle book, because if you are familiar with this channel, you know that Tay loves this deck right here and just shows it respect by reading it straight from the book, because I can't even yai. I couldn't even put this into words better if I tried. Let's see. 53 is the page. And it's all about your solar plexus chakra, which is all about confidence and source and power, which you have a lot of. That's the sunlight, the solar energy that lights you up, solar plexus. You got a lot of it. You literally shine bright like a diamond. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the freaking deck. I can't make this up, okay? And you also have Shiva at the bottom of the deck too. Check out group number 2 if you want to get this card read to you, because that was their card that actually came out. And for you, it's at the bottom of the deck. So it does lead me to believe that there is some sort of relation. Let's get it. You have come to a place where you know exactly who you are. Didn't I say that? I said with the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles, I was like, this is someone who knows exactly who they are, where they come from, how they feel, what they like, what they dislike, their moral compass, their standards, their boundaries, so on and so forth. I said that. It goes on to say, gone are the days of confusion and blurred lines between your truth and the expectations of others. That's what people are jealous of. That's what people compare themselves to, is the fact that your days of being confused and blurred lines about who you are, they're long gone. It goes on to say, you have grounded, I said that, into your essence and built the foundation of your empowered self. You have had to let go of many friendships and relationships, and they were no longer serving you to get you to where you are. And it was all worth it. Now is your time to really go after what you want in life. What do you care about? What lights you up? How do you want to serve? Meditate on these questions and take action on what comes up. Another vibe here too. Pause. What I was saying, another energy here too that I'm picking up on is this energy of people that feel left behind or feel like they have no use or value to you moving forward. So maybe you have retracted your energy, or you've left the job, or you've removed yourself from the premises, or you removed yourself from the friendship, you removed yourself from the relationship. Whatever it is, you seem better than this scenario or above the situation, or the person feels like you are on a pedestal higher than they can reach. And this makes them feel a bit lackluster and as if they've been left behind or falling behind. Those are the types of energy that I feel coming through in this reading specifically. So you came to this reading, group number 3, to find out what lasting impression you are leaving behind and what leaves people wanting more. Most particularly in regards to people that you need to know that you have feeling this way. They could be represented by King of Cups reversed and King of Wands reversed energies. These could be the same person, different people. This would be the type that I would consider as you view them as someone who had to be left in the past because they are or were emotionally manipulative and or insincere, or something about them was ironic or creepy even. While the King of Wands in the reverse here, I feel was too ego driven, not in it for all, but only for self, and not worried about who, what, when, where, why, or how things had to happen as long as they got their way, no matter who had to be hurt or whatever needs to be stolen or taken or whatever in the process. Okay. But I do have to clarify that you have, damn, yeah, you have complexity with the quincunx and you have challenge with square at the bottom of your deck energy. So that's the energy that was meant to pop out here about how your light does make some people feel inadequate, no matter what they think their accomplishments are or what they feel like they're deserving of. They feel like you are a cut above, as some would say. And if they're anything like that King of Cups reverse and that King of Wands reverse, I'm going to vote that you are a cut above. And with that, thank you for your patience, for working with me to get through this reading despite the pauses. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Check out Patreon. That will be linked in the description box down below, because Patreon will be getting their very own private pick a card reading for this week as well, too. If you're interested, I will leave that on the community tab once it is uploaded for you. But just join us on Patreon, second link in the description box down below, and you can join us there and you'll have all the access you need to the pick a cards every single week. Until next time, take care.